Let's see what's real.
Ready? Let's do it.
Carter drive. Oh! Big finish for the win. Got it. He buries it back in Toronto. Oh, what a play. Vince Carter. Recognize that there are going to be times, stretches where they're not in it. Oh! Kid to Carter. That's an all-timer.
Typical J Kid, seeing plays, understanding the game, knowing what's there before it actually happens. And Steve Francis has his hands on his hip watching the play, and typically we do like a roll and replace, meaning the guy who sets the screen is supposed to roll, and then the replace guy would be, the low man, and I'm on the wing. Well, it's funny, the roll guy, rest in peace to Cliff Robinson, he pops. Richard Jefferson also pops. So the back door is open, and Grant Hill's kind of like, help, help, help. He runs out of there. And this goes back to saying how great a passer J Kidd was, and just understanding the moment. Like, it's one thing to throw a lob, but you're throwing a lob. He's going away from the play, throwing it back. And I was already in motion by the time he recognized me going up. So instead of just lobbing it, he jumps and throws a dart at the front of the rim instead of maybe on that side or whatever, for me to catch it and do whatever I needed to do. And I was blessed to be able to hang in the air long enough to be a read and react, or a react guy. I'm just like, I'm gonna jump up there, and he's like, I'm just gonna throw it up there, and then we'll make sweet music, we hope.
Boy, was that ever a rattler.
Now look at, in my mind, I've already, getting a little technical, but I already had in my mind I was gonna dunk backwards. How I jumped, I'm jumping facing him instead of just jumping straight up, chest open. I'm facing him, so obviously the only option is that, or maybe a 360 dunk or something like that. That was the other option, but.
This is a nice luxury you have.
Was there defensively. Carter's got it. Carter drive. Oh! Big finish. Vince Carter with a brilliant dunk.
The infamous Alonzo Mourning dunk. And I want to set it up by saying early in the game, I get a baseline dunk on Zoe. Nothing crazy, in front of their bench. A couple plays later, RJ gets a quick dunk. And I remember at halftime saying to RJ, I said, hey man, if we're gonna dunk on him again, he's gonna try to hurt us. So the only way we'll be able to dunk on him now is quick dunk, or take the hit and then still try to dunk it. So not long after that conversation, this play happens. And I'm there, and I remember getting it, and so go behind the back and just trying to get free to maybe a pull-up shot. Once I get the ball behind my back, one dribble gets back to my right hand, I look up, and it was instinctual.
Big finish!
It just happened. My momentum hits him, knocks him back, but knocks me a little higher. And I'm looking at the rim, and I remember saying, no lie, I said, don't miss this, it's right there. Because I knew once I got up there, I'm starting to see the rims getting closer and closer. I'm like, it's right there, don't miss this. And it's like, do I just easy dunk it, whatever? And I mean, once I'm there, I'm gonna dunk it. I tried to put a little oomph to it, and oh man, I remember running by Dwayne Wade, and it was brief. He was kind of walking, starting his trot up, and I'm already running by, and he just says, damn. He says that to me, and Joe said it, and he will always say, he's like, I knew I was gonna get dunked on. I've had some that have been iconic, but they'll never show some of their great blocks, but he didn't care, and that's why I have appreciation for him, but that's why I wanted to dunk on those guys, because of how they thought.
For sure. Both teams hot for deep. Actually more so for the Lakers. Carter twisting in midair.
That's sick. That should not be allowed.
Caron Butler was a very good defender, great with his hands, aggressive, and I'm trying to get to the pick and roll, and they're trying to keep me away from it. So I'm just trying to find ways to get there, crossover, just to get him off me, to get a little space to get to the pick and roll. And well, I finally get by him, Now he's on my left hip. And at the last second, I see Cook sliding over, and I was just like, if you look at one of the angles, this view here, this is the one right here, I'm smiling. And the reason I'm smiling because I know he's bumping me, trying to bait me into doing something crazy, and I'm just laughing at it. You know, that's just me. I'm in the moment, but I'm playing the game as a kid. I enjoy playing the game, and I'm laughing. Like, oh, I don't know what you're trying to do. I got you out the way. Now, if you look at this, I'm still smiling. And it's funny, my reaction, now I see it go in. So when I see it go in, that reaction is kind of a, oh, I made it. Ooh, now what y'all got to say? And I remember, I got to get back on defense because I whipped my head around. And I was like, all right, got to go. It was just, I don't know, it's just me having fun, living in the moment. It's LA, you know, show your acting skills, have fun. It's who's in the building. It's a big game, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's Vince. That's me in a nutshell.
Even the fans here have to appreciate that.
I wanted to beat whoever and dominate whoever's in front of me, but I still love playing the game. Some people had to play with a scowl to do what they had to do. I could do this, but they used to criticize me for it. Whatever. Made for a great play, man.
That's not something you'll see anywhere else.
So this next one is a game winner, the deep three against Utah, at Utah.
Right by Hawthorne. There's Carter for downtown for the win. Yes! It's all over. Vince Carter at the buzzer.
To tell the story of why I took that three and had no problem taking that deep three, you know, some would say, particularly back in that time, why wouldn't he get as close to the three-point line as possible? So when I get to New Jersey, I was shooting the three from back there quite frequently in zero hesitation. I remember Lawrence Frank pulling me aside. He's like, I want to tell you to stop shooting that damn shot so bad, but you work on it and you shoot a pretty good percentage from back there. So I'm going to continue, you know, going to let you do it until that percentage comes down. It always worked out to where I'm 1-2 and right into a three. I never looked at the line. I more so looked at the rim like, damn, that's far. So I have to.
He was practicing those jump shots from just over half court, and they were jump shots. Look how easy he releases the ball. Look how
1 point.
So once I kind of somewhat got the blessing from El Frank, it became a thing, and just I never really hesitated shooting. So we get into this game. It's like, I think it was like, 5 seconds, I think, when I got the ball, and I'm dribbling. And I remember hearing like this, like, yo, he's taking his time. He needs to get up the court, and I literally was setting it up. So I don't think if you're guarding somebody at half court, you're not expecting high pick and roll at the half court line, particularly for a game winner. And I just got to the jump shot, and I was feeling good. And my first reaction was, bye-bye. Have a nice night, drive safely. And when I see this, it makes me laugh because it was becoming a thing kind of internally when we watch film. So when I hit the game winner at Toronto,
Carter looking for the win. He buries it.
J-Kid runs up and jumps on my neck. The same thing happens in this. As I hit the thing, I turn around, J-Kid runs and jumps on my neck. We fall, and I enjoy the moment. So, I mean, outside of the shot, I always think about that. It was becoming a thing, you know, so I was like, I might as well hit more game winners for it to be that thing again. So
33 for Carter, 29 in the second half.
I mean, I know this play like already. Yeah.
Simmons on a bounce.
So
Carter is open, a three on the way.
obviously it's nothing like, you know,
With .5
playing the team that you were traded from.
tied this game up.
And it was a fun game to play. Once I got my emotions in check, it was a fun game. To come back, you know, in Toronto, hostile as it was, with an opportunity to tie, you know, it's nothing like it. So I had to show a lot of patience, and to set the play up, you know, was important. You know, making sure I got Anthony Parker deep enough so Brooke can actually set a screen. You know, so I got deep enough and just got the ball. And as I caught the ball and turned around, you know, in my mind, I did my job, and I'm like, oh, I'm wide open, I can take my time. But it's funny, as I caught the ball and turned around, he was there with his hand up. So once I caught it, it was more so just to swipe through and just get it there and still shoot the same shot, man. It's crazy. And it's funny, I get the chills now because I remember the emotions of, you know, seeing it go in. And, you know, usually you turn around at the crowd or whatever, but my emotions took me from the top of the three-point line to half court, under the basket. And then from there, it was like new life. And now enjoy the moment, go to the bench. L. Frank's trying to calm us all down. I'm trying to calm down because I'm on Mars right now as far as emotion, because I, you know, hit the shot and gave ourselves a chance in overtime.
127. Look at
Carter, he's open.
The lob and slam with 1.5. Simmons to Carter.
This play is, you know, when I look at it, it's just knowing what the team has done throughout the course of the game in overtime. You know, are they going to switch? And typically, it's like in the history of basketball, to save a play, you're going to switch so they don't get open shots. So now, knowing that, it takes sacrifice and discipline from everyone else to make this play work here, because it's not like a catch and shoot. This is a play at the rim. You know, Keon Dooling setting the screen for Devin. Devin runs away, now opens the floor to take Chris Bosh away. I'm in a tandem with Jarvis, and all he did was touch my back, and he goes to the corner to take Jamario Moon. Now that opens the middle of the floor. But for Keon Dooling to have the patience at the top of the key, when he runs over the screen, he puts his hands up like, I'm open, give me the ball. And that makes Jose think he needs to get there, and Anthony Parker sees it and he goes there because he thinks he's open. Lo and behold, I feel him go under me, and I was gonna roll to the rim anyway because that's the play, and just try to out jump him at that point. And as I'm turning around, I just take the step and I'm loading up.
Carter, he's open.
The lob and slam.
And I just took my time, caught it, and dunk it. And you talking about an unbelievable feeling. It's 1.5 when the ball actually goes through, and I remember holding the rim and come down and I do a little celebration and quickly remembered, oh shoot, it's like point something seconds left. It's 1.3 seconds left, and luckily they didn't make the shot. So that's how I see it and remember it.
Oh, that is special.